Jessica Gaming here, and we're going to be playing Murder She Wrote, and it is a hidden object game. Okay. So let's get started.
Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jessica. What can I do for you?
Well, my publisher and his wife are coming to visit, and I'd like them to experience an authentic Maine lobster dinner.
I'm kind of short on lobsters at the moment, it being early and all. I'll have more by the end of the day, once the fleet's back in.
Oh, dear. They'll be here by then.
Tell you what, Peter Hammond's boat is still tied up at the dock. Why don't you go talk to him? Maybe he'll be able to sell you some straight off the boat.
Good idea. Thanks, Jim. Peter? Oh, no, Peter!
So this is how you found him, Mrs. F?
Yes, exactly like this.
What do you think, Doc?
As to what stabbed him, I have no idea. It's a very strange-looking wound. Some sort of tube, perhaps. I should think that a wound like that should have resulted in a lot more blood.
Meaning?
Meaning that Peter may have been killed elsewhere and brought back here.
Any idea on time of death?
Hard to be sure. Sometime during the overnight hours.
We better have a look around to see what else we can find.
Okay. So, this is Murder She Wrote. It was based off the TV show that was extremely popular mid to late 80s into the early 90s. It starred Angela Lansbury, who played a mystery writer, had a reputation with cops of helping them out in solving cases and stuff like that. And some cops liked her, some cops didn't really think that, they didn't really like the idea. But, in the end, she always ended up, you always found out, solving the mysteries and stuff like that. And so that was pretty much the storyline for the TV show itself. And they decided to make a game into it. So this game is a hidden object game, and we're helping Mort Metzger, the sheriff, Seth Hazlitt, who's the local doctor, and then of course Jessica Fletcher, which was the murder mystery, which was played by Angela Lansbury. I grew up watching the show, loving it, and I still actually watch the show from time to time. So let's get into it. Okay, so we gotta find all the letters. I also gotta find a ribbon, which is this thing right there. Where you can always start looking ahead of time, but to have all the letters and stuff like that helps. Trying to figure out what you need. Okay. Looks like Peter was having a tough time keeping up with his loan payments for this boat. I wonder who he owed money to. Okay, so everything over here is what we need. That was a spear gun. Yeah. There it is. Okay. So this is a spear gun. I mean, I wasn't too sure what one looks like, but I guess this part right here looks like a spear. These coveralls must belong to Peter's nephew, Billy Hammond. Gas can. Nope. Shell. Compass. Spoon. But just saw the fins. Over there. Sandwich, diving knife, and a razor. This sandwich. Diving knife. And a razor? Right there.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, Billy. Your uncle was murdered last night.
What?
I'm afraid it's true.
Oh, man.
The lobster pound is always the nerve center of the fishing community. We should talk to Jim Price and ask him if he knew about any tensions between Peter and the other lobstermen. And in the meantime, I better call my publisher to postpone his visit.
Okay, let's go.
Hey there, Jim.
Go to Jim.
Do you know if anyone had any disagreements with Peter Hammond?
First person who comes to mind will be Andy Winters.
He wasn't on friendly terms with Peter?
More like unfriendly terms. In fact, they were downright hostile to each other.
Know where we can find him?
Sure, he's got a boat with the buoy and his colors mounted on top of the wheelhouse. I forget the name, but he left a picture of it around here somewhere.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do all of this. Like I said, I mean, if you look over on the left side, you can see it. I mean, you can start looking, but it's easier if you had all the letters, all the vowels at least. And I still gotta get the tape thing, tape ribbon. Oh, there it is. Which one is Andy's boat? I can't remember, but you'll be able to tell by his buoys. Let me find the list of what I know about the local buoys. And sometimes we'll have little games or little extra puzzles. Inside each, like, I don't know, if you solve each puzzle, you may have to put papers together, torn papers together, things like that. This one, paper. I'm not sure what a harpoon is, unfortunately. Now what happens like that if you click too much? Okay. Oh boy. So here's a list of what we have, and we have to do them in order here. So we just take the names and switch it like that. Okay, so Joe and David's buoys are larger than the others. And Frank's and Drew's buoys have 3 of the same colors. And down here at the very bottom, it will say how many are correct. So right now we have 1 correct. We don't know which one, but we know we have 1. So Andy buoy has one of David's colors and one Frank's colors. And Peter and David's buoys does not contain any green. Peter and David. Okay, so that's not. That. I wish it would lock in place. Okay, so Frank and Drew's buoys. Frank and Drew. Frank and Drew could be any one of these 4 up here. No, sorry. These 4 up here. Joe and Frank. So exactly 1 color in common. Okay. Andy's buoy has one of David's colors, one of Frank's. Okay. There we go. I just had to use that hand. It was driving me nuts. Based on this information, Andy has a boat with red and blue buoy. Okay, so now for the harpoon, which I'm not even sure what it is. I want to ask Papa. Okay. I know what it looks like now. Oh yeah. I didn't know what I was looking for.
According to the photo, we're looking for a boat named My Turn, with a red and blue buoy on it.
I think I recognize the dock. It's not far from here.
Hi, Sheriff. Jessica. What's all the excitement over on Peter's boat?
Peter was murdered sometime last night, Andy.
It was?
Yeah, and word has it that you and Peter were not exactly friends.
I wouldn't say it was any different than for other fishermen. Mostly name calling. I'm pretty sure Peter was cutting my traps.
Did getting even with Peter involve killing him?
Absolutely not.
Then you won't mind telling me where you were last night.
I was at the Harborside Tavern all evening.
Yeah? Can anyone there vouch for you?
Sure.
Had you noticed anything different about Peter? Had he been doing anything new recently?
Yeah, he weaseled his way into some sort of cushy research gig with the Marine Research Laboratory.
You make it sound as if earning some extra income is somehow cheating.
And the rest of us are struggling to catch enough to earn a living. You can't blame us if we resented him, especially since Peter was having a better season than us.
Okay. Let's get all these. There we go. Andy, why do you have one of Peter's buoys? Well, the law of the sea demands that when lost gear is found floating free, you collect it and return it to its owner, no matter who lost it. Boombox. Haven't heard that term in so long. Boombox. I used to have one when I was a kid. Got one for my birthday for Christmas one year. I've always been a music lover. I bet this searchlight would come in handy for fishing before the crack of dawn. Yeah, I don't know much about fishing at all. So far, there's a fishing pole and you use worms, but the little I do know about it, it seems fairly boring because all you do is sit there on the edge of the boat and just do nothing except for wait. But like I said, I don't know much about it. And there's a dog treat someplace. Don't know why there's going to be a dog treat on a boat.
Andy was a little vague about his alibi for last night.
And he seemed bent out of shape that Peter landed a gig with a marine research lab.
I agree. Which is why that should be our next stop.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Sheriff, Mrs. Fletcher, come on in. I'm Greg Young. What can I do for you?
Were you aware that Peter Hammond was killed last night?
No. That's terrible. Was it an accident?
I'm afraid not. Peter was murdered.
He was working for you, right?
Yes, he was. I'm working on a project researching the lobster population off the coast, and Peter was helping me gather data.
How did you connect with him?
I posted a flyer at the Lobster Pound, looking for a lobsterman willing to make detailed notes about the lobsters he was catching. Peter was the first one to answer the ad.
Okay. Oh. Perfect. Let's do some cleaning. Go. These research findings show that we're having a very good season for lobsters, or for lobster. That's interesting. To listen to the lobstermen, pickings have been very slim lately. I've noticed that when I'm watching other people do this, I can find things easier. But when it's me, yeah, it's just like, I just saw the brain thingy. There it is. Anchor and light bulb. The one thing about this is that it could be just like a little... Oh, there it is. Okay. It could be an actual anchor, or it could be like a thing in the wall, like this sign here. You just never know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which one was different from the rest. Still gotta find a light bulb. This buoy belongs to Peter, didn't it? Yes, but part of my research involved attaching transmitters to buoys for tracking purposes. Since I was working with Peter, I borrowed some of his buoys. Okay, I still gotta find that light bulb someplace. Where are you? I'm trying not to use the hands. Unless I have no choices. I guess. There we go.
I just got a call from the station.
What is it?
Billy Hammond says there's been a break-in on his uncle's boat.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and end it here, and I'll be back in the next episode. If you're enjoying this episode, please leave a comment and a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get updates on more episodes. So I'll say goodbye, and I hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!